Welcome to class, everybody. I'm really happy to be here with you all today. Would everybody please pull out their dictionaries, lick their fingers, and swipe to page 420. Today's word is bamboozled. If anybody were to ask me what's it like playing Fallout 76, I would answer Joe Swanson's wheelchair.
God, I hate being stuck in this chair.
No, Peter, that fights it.
A complete lack of any real emotion as you wander around this radioactive mess that Bethesda laid out for us. And the only song that will be playing in repeat inside your head will be Sweet Little Lies.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Oh look, the atomic shop. How much is this? More like nuke your wallet, you piece of garbage!
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Whoa!
No, he's cute. I don't know. Well, that's what you guys got. You bullied a woman so much she went invisible. It's your fault.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies.
All right? You'll be who you want, exploring a huge world, doing quests.
Wait, are you a good guy or a bad guy?
Tell me sweet little lies.
Or he's no guy, he's invisible guy. He does not exist. Alright, what about you? You don't exist either. What? Is she like asleep? She just like fell asleep.
I'm surprised the developers kept working on this game, no matter how much hate it got. I'm really surprised. Even Todd Howard is surprised that the community stuck around for all these years.
We have had an incredibly exciting year at Bethesda Game Studios. Given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here.
And to be honest, I'm surprised too. Because on Fallout's page on Twitter, they reported that they received 1 million players on Fallout 76 this year. And if you go to the Steam page, it shows that they got 49,000 people playing the game right now. Look, I understand that I'm complaining about the game's success right now, but of all people, I deserve to complain about it. Because I was one out of many people that bought the game when it first released. I got bamboozled. Throughout this video, my goal isn't to convince you that Bethesda is the worst gaming company ever, they don't deserve any success. My goal is to convince you to stop playing this game right now. So please class, everybody please join me on why Fallout 76 is still hot garbage. What does the word bamboozled mean? Well, it means to fool or cheat somebody. A word that is heavily used by clowns. It's a word you'll heavily be using when you're playing Fallout 76, because quite frankly, you're gonna keep telling yourself that things are gonna get better if you keep putting the hours into it, but really, that is all false. The way I've been tricked was because Fallout 4 was a huge success. So if that game was a huge success, and it's fast forward to 3 years now, then how could Fallout 76 fail?
Your father never won. All he did was maintain the balance, by dividing the island in two. He only delayed the inevitable.
Believe it or not, Bethesda has always been overworking their employees to produce the product. It was heavily shown in Fallout New Vegas, except that was made by Obsidian, and it was a huge success. Probably the best Fallout game we've ever received. It's no surprise that Fallout 76 also fell into this position, except that Obsidian wasn't there to help them out. So yeah, that's why we ended up with such a broken, buggy disaster. You don't need me to tell you that Fallout 76 is a broken, buggy mess, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that's always finding clips of how broken the game is. But the real question is, have they fixed many of the bugs over the years? After all, it's been 6 years since the game's been released.
Damn.
Yes.
Fucking yeah.
Watch this. So I stare at the wall or the door, and then I go into my photo mode. And when my photo mode is in that, I push up my camera on my character until I don't see him anymore. And then as I'm doing that, I press circle while holding my analog stick forward, and then I'm through.
Okay, so photo mode.
Yep. Push it up against the doorway, and then keep pushing it up on there. And then once you press circle, just keep going forward, and you should slip through.
Yay.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that they'll never be able to fix any of the bugs in this game. Maybe it's because of the engine, but really I don't think it's because of that. The engine they used to create this game is called Creation Engine, which is the same engine they used in Fallout 4 back in 2015. Just to say this, Creation Engine is not a bad engine. It is old, but that doesn't mean it's bad. If you've seen Starfield in late 2023, you can tell that it definitely runs on the same engine, and on top of that, the graphics and color scheme are pretty good. Better than Fallout 76, which was made in 2018. See, part of the main reason why Fallout 76 failed in the first place was because Bethesda was trying to follow a trend that everybody or every gaming company was doing back in 2018, making every game a live service, add in a battle pass, and make money off that. They were more focused on the money instead of making a fun game.
Hello, I like money.
But if you thought that's the main reason why Fallout 76 failed, then you have not figured it out yet. We're about to hop into the actual gameplay. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I have a lot of negative stuff to say about this game. So I don't want this to be a completely negative video, so I'll say probably the one good thing I could find out of this game. The building. If you're someone who's tired of using blocks in Minecraft, then Fallout 76 will definitely be a breath of fresh air, or radioactive air, depending on how you view it. Granted, you do have to find, buy, or earn the plants in order to build some of the stuff around here, but when you do find that stuff, it is so satisfying to make your house feel like it's your own gaming lair. And the best part about it is that you can build anywhere, wherever you want, whenever you want. I built houses that was on top of mountains, on the lakeside, or just building a regular house to farm materials around. It was super fun. And best of all, the Tinker Tom workbench is probably the best thing they ever added into Fallout. A workbench that's capable of crafting as much ammo as you want, as long as you have the materials. That was never in Fallout 4. Okay, that's the only good thing I have to say. Now it's time to completely shit on this game. The first time I ever played Fallout 76, my first impressions were immediately shattered because the vault opening was got to be the most pathetic thing ever. Every Fallout game started you off into a vault, except for Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout 3, you were born into the vault, and you have to go through a time lapse until you're adult, where your entire vault is under siege by rad roaches until you had to escape. Fallout 4 has got to be the best because of the new graphics, and it presented something new. You started off as a military officer, or the wife to the husband, and you got to see what the world looked like before the nukes dropped. You then had to rush on over to the vault because the nukes were dropping right now, and as you make your way towards the vault, you see the nuke explosion, and then you're brought back down into underground. Your character and family was literally seconds away from death. Once brought down, you find out that you are cryogenically frozen, and everybody that went down with you has fallen in the same fate as you, until you wake up as the sole survivor out of this mess, and then you find your way to the vault door, and then...
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
This was the most amazing moment for me in Fallout 4. Literally, I can hop right back on it and still be blown away. What does Fallout 76 have? Nothing.
That vault opening is a little compared to previous, okay.
The beginning of the game, you've already messed it up. And that's like the most important part to get right. When you mess up the beginning of the game, if you got the player not feeling anything, it makes them question, why are we still here? Where's the hype? You gotta get them hype for the beginning. Perhaps they relied on the trailer to do that job for them, but whatever. On to topic 2. The graphics.
Take my place.
You crazy bastard.
If you've been around on my channel for a while, you probably know that I don't care much for graphics. To me, I don't think that you need high graphics in order to enjoy a game. But this game, oh my god, you definitely need that. Through all my clips of playing Fallout 76, I was only able to play up to 2 to 3 hours. That's because I literally can't play this game for long because I get motion sickness. The color scheme in this game is so bad, it makes me feel sick looking at it. I want to rip my eyeballs out and eat it for breakfast.
The lighting bloom effect is ridiculous. Guys, it gives everybody keratoconus, a degenerative eye condition that I actually was diagnosed with and suffer from, where lights get blurred and they have like these halos and tons of spill to them and bleed effect. So looking at Fallout is how I actually see normally. This game literally gives you a simulation of having a medical eye condition. What the fuck?
I'm gonna say it right now, I have a Dead by Daylight video in progress. And within that video, I mentioned that Dead by Daylight upgraded its graphics card because they needed to do that if they wanted to stay relevant in 2024. You see, as we progress through the years, we have to stay with the timeline. Let's use gas prices, for example. You may have a good job that could be able to pay for your gas, but what if next year the economy raises gas prices, huh? If you don't have enough money for that, then you may have to get a better job, or you might have to get 2 jobs just in order to pay off for your gas. The lesson in that is, in order to survive, you have to evolve, or in another word, change for the better. It's been 6 years and there has been 0 changes to the graphics in Fallout 76. None. And it desperately needs that because we are jeopardizing our eye condition to play their video game. Do you really want to lose your eyesight just because of Fallout 76? No, you do not. That sounds bad. And you want to know what is very confusing? Fallout 4 had like the best graphics, or they weren't the best in the world, but they were good enough. They were good enough to keep people's attention onto that game. So how did we go 3 years forward and manage to downgrade immensely? We're actually doing worse than Fallout 3 and New Vegas. How is this possible? This is gonna make me sound old, so bear with me. Back in my time, when they didn't have human NPCs, when you were finally released from the vault, your goal was to build a camp, get up to level 50, launch a nuke, and kill the Scorchbeast Queen. There was no human NPCs, no interesting characters to interact with. But now with the Wastelanders update, they finally added human NPCs to the game, with some new quests. This leads me to my next topic. Progression in the game sucks. Class, could everybody please pull out their calculators, and I'll tell you what to do once I get to the point. The Wastelanders update brought something very important to the game. Treasury notes, gold bullion, and reputation. I've met plenty of people in this game that don't want to do the quest because they find it very boring, but trust me, this is very important for you.
Are these robots still shooting at you? Oh, they're not shooting at me. Dang, how many quests have you done for this game?
How many, huh?
How many quests have you done for the game?
I don't do quests. I do the events.
Oh, you just do the... Okay, well that's understandable. I did the quest because I wanted these guys to stop attacking me.
I'm more of a scavenger rather than an event doer. Because there's no story to this. It's just free roam.
Yeah, the story was severely annihilated.
There was a story, but then it just it fell off.
Yeah.
The simple currency like caps are easily earned. You just have to kill enemies, do quests, or better, sell stuff to the vendor in order to obtain caps. It's very simple. With treasury notes, gold bullion, and reputation, you have to do quests in order to unlock those. In order to start obtaining treasury notes, you need to start doing the missions for the Crater or for the Foundation in order to gain access to the Secret Service so that they can give you gold bullion, so that you can trade in those gold bullions for special plans. These special plans consist of the Plasma Caster, Brotherhood of Steel mod armor, or the T-65 armor, which I'm trying to collect. In Fallout 4, New Vegas, and 3, you were capable of selling your stuff to every vendor that's on the map. It didn't matter which one it was, if they had a certain cap limit, then you were able to max out on that. Fallout 76 doesn't have that. Every vendor shared the same cap limit, which is 1,400. So the second that you obtain that much, you have to wait 20 hours just for the vendor to refill up on those caps. It's ridiculous. But that's not the worst part. You see, treasury notes are not earned from the vendor. You have to play public events in hopes that you complete it in order to obtain 3 treasury notes. Each event that you complete, you only get 3. Once you obtain those treasury notes, you then get to send them to the Crater or the Foundation, and you get to trade them in for gold bullion, which is also set to another limit, 400 gold bullion a day. And this is where we start using our calculators. Class, everybody please put in exactly what I'm putting in. Right now, I just want the T-65 armor plans and calibrated shocks so I can be able to have the carry weight. Each limb mod is 1,000 gold, while the torso is 1,250 gold. And for the helmet, which I do not have, is 1,650. And I need calibrated shocks. That is 750. So how much is all that in total? 7,650 gold is what I need to unlock all of that. And remember, I can only get 400 gold from the gold press machine once every day. Now, that is a big number, but it gets worse. It gets way worse. A public event starts up once every 20 minutes. So if I were to not miss any public events and collect up on my 400 gold, how many hours do you think that would be? Well, a single treasury note is able to give you 10 gold bullion. And since you get 3, that means that you get 30. So 30 times 13, that is 390, okay? Divide 390 by 60, that is 6.5. So we're talking about 400 a day. That would be almost 7 hours I have to put in just to get all 400 gold. So how much do I need to get up to 7,650 gold? Well, if I also divide it by 60, that would leave me with 127.5. Almost 128 hours I need to put in order to get that much gold.
Holy Jesus.
That's a lot of time. And remember, I must make sure that I do not skip any event, and I have to put in at least 12 hours a day into Fallout 76. That doesn't sound healthy for you. Now, I have most of the good items. I don't have everything because there's so much to unlock, but I do have some of the stuff. So, class, please put away your calculators. I'm not going to force you to do this part. I'm going to do it myself. For all that time I spent playing Fallout 76, collecting everything that I've already know, I have spent over 210 hours playing the game just to get up to 12,600 gold bullion. Now, the real question is, how many hours do I have to spend just to get every item on that list? Let's see.
2,000 years later.
Oh my god. Dude, I honestly don't know if I counted everything right. I must have counted things twice or something. Dude, what is up with this list? Why is there so many words? Who thought this was a good idea? Limit this shit. It's ridiculous. Look, I don't know if my calculations are right, and I really don't want to go back to look over all of that. Okay? I can't. I'm so over it. But what I got was 111,675. Okay? Okay, so divide that by 60 and holy shit.
It allows us to have 16 times the detail, 16 times the detail, 16 times the detail, and even view distant weather systems across the map. Distant weather systems across the map, across the map.
What is that?
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs. Bugs, 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 bugs. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
You must have lost your mind. There's no way I am putting that many hours into this game. This isn't even everything. We're missing the Gauss shotgun and the minigun along with all its plans. It's not even in this. This is not worth it. I am not going back to read up on everything. My eyes hurt scrolling down through all of that, reading each individual plans. I am not gonna do that. Find somebody on Reddit. Maybe they might hold the truth. Dude, that number is disgusting. This is not right. I don't care what anybody say about going to the scoreboard and getting your 500 gold bullion. I don't care about that. Looking at that number, that is just not right. But it makes sense at the same time. It's not for a good reason, if you're wondering that. Bethesda is trying to milk every second of your time on this game. The more time you spend playing the game, the more your impulsive thoughts take control, where you were forced to buy the pay-to-win stuff, such as the monthly subscription, so that you get your free scrap box, so you can have unlimited space. It's stuff like that. They're trying to milk every second of your time. And on top of that, you have to wait 20 hours just for the gold machine to refill up. What is this? Clash Royale? Why do I have to treat this game like it's a mobile game? This is not right. Dude, I'm so tired from reading up on that list, but I gotta get my last and final point out, so here we go. The reason why this game failed is because it's still very boring. Even with human NPCs, the game is still very boring. Most of my time is just me running around finding new players and just flexing on all my good stuff on them, which makes me feel like a loser because I spent hours on this game just to attain all of this.
He can only wield a level 20 Land Blaster.
Yeah.
But if I get him a level 50, you can hold on to it for them.
Oh, bro's buying stuff right now.
I could use caps. Well, I'm at 400.
Yeah, I know. I just got like 800 caps right now.
Damn!
I just got 600 caps. Bro's buying my fucking 360.
Go buy some of my stock, please.
Bro, goddamn, bro, I appreciate it. I was broke.
Meeting human NPCs was honestly what everybody was asking for the very beginning, but once implemented, it still made me feel nothing. I felt empty inside. And it took me until this video to understand why I felt nothing interacting with the human NPCs. Fallout 76 lost the magic that made every Fallout game feel so good. At the beginning of the trailer, you see 3 nukes touch down in what's supposed to be West Virginia. Though I have explored this entire map and there is not one nuke crater. This is because people speculated that the nukes didn't fall inside of West Virginia, but outside the pockets of it. Literally, it does not feel like a nuked zone. There is no interesting factions in this game. Remember the NCR where they're focused on restoring the old world rules?
Since you haven't pissed yourself, I'll assume that you don't know who we are. Next time I'll bring my sickle and wear my black cloak. See, the NCR sends us when they want terrible things done to terrible people. You've got 3 days to improve your reputation with the NCR or we come for you. Without all this pleasant conversation. Have a nice day now. You hear?
Or, I don't know, the Caesar's Legion, where they're just a bunch of misogynists who functioned like ancient Rome.
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
Or what about the Enclave? I mean, there is a bunker where they're hiding out at, but there's 0 human NPCs down there. It's just robots. You telling me you can add at least 1 human Enclave officer down there? Like, come on, man. You can find some interest in the Brotherhood of Steel, but I couldn't because the story was just a copy and paste of what we already know about the Brotherhood of Steel. They want to harbor all technology away from humans and basically keep it all to themselves. While Knight the Paladin is kind of like Elder Lyons, where he wants to use technology in order to support the Commonwealth, except that we're now in West Virginia. Like, it just felt like a copy and paste of Fallout 3. So now I come back to why are we still playing this game?
But we know that most of you came here for one thing.
Todd Howard!
Thank you.
No.
6 years in the making and we still remained at point A. There's been some good changes, but really that's outlawed by all the bad things about this game. Okay, I think that's enough for me talking about this game. I don't even think I talked about everything, but I'm so tired, I really don't want to talk about it anymore. The real question is Fallout 76 worth your time right now? No, it's not. Literally play any other game besides this. How about play Fallout New Vegas? That game is getting a lot of love, and like I said, it's the best Fallout game we've ever gotten in years. My guess is this: the devs in Bethesda realized that they couldn't be able to fix all the bugs or glitches in this game, so instead of fixing it, we might as well just work around it. Although that's just my opinion, I don't know what goes on in Bethesda. If only we could just have one employee leave their job and just spill the beans on what exactly is going on at Bethesda. If only we had something like that. If Bethesda was just honest about what Fallout 76 truly was at the beginning, I wouldn't be pissed. I mean, I wouldn't blame them for everything. I would just be blaming myself because I was warned in advance. But if I'm gonna be honest, I still blame myself because I kept telling myself that if I just keep putting in the hours in the game, that things will get better for me. Like I said, bamboozled. Really fit a really good word for this game. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this game because the Fallout TV show became very popular, and right now it just seemed like a good time to make a Fallout video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.